So this is my second time recording this. I'm learning how to use my camera and how to use YouTube. But yeah, Saturday night tonight has been weird. I've been very sad and very angry and also numb. And I just realized I was just like on Instagram, like mindlessly scrolling. And yeah, I just kept getting a tap on my shoulder from the universe being like, sis, you gotta talk. Like, transform where you're at into something beautiful. So, I realized today that I'm at an asshole portion of my life. And I've been at an asshole portion of my life in the past, and I will be in the future. But let me just acknowledge where I'm at right now. Like, it's kind of it's a bit of a rough time. It's a bit of a rough time. But it's not always going to be like this. I'm going to climb myself out of the ass, up the crack, up my back, eventually end up on a titty, hopefully, because I like titties. I like my titties, and I like other people's titties. End up on the nipple, start tapping dancing on the nipple. Yeah, so anyways, but right now I'm at the asshole of my life, and let me acknowledge it. But when you're at the asshole, like, that's where all of the lessons are learned. That's where the juice is. Well, I don't know if I want to call an asshole juicy. Well, actually, anyways, yeah, I'm just at an asshole portion, but that's okay. Like, this is time to be creative and to just tap into whatever you're learning. So, in the original video, I started talking about just white tears and how that's just what came up for me, how I don't give a fuck about white people crying. Like, it's not that I want to make them mad or sad, it's just I want to share my truth. And if my truth makes you cry and your history makes you cry, then that's probably what the fuck you need to do. And so, my first story time, oh my gosh. So, I'll tell you a story about this. I guess that's what story time means, Nicole. Just tell the story. Okay, I will. So 4 years ago, young Nicole 4 years ago popped off. Like, she didn't give a fuck what was on your mind. She said her truth. And so I remember standing outside of a club in New York with my friend. I'm just trying to enjoy my life. We're having a sweet conversation, not fucking bothering anybody. And we're having a sweet conversation, not bothering anybody. And this white French guy comes up to me and starts making fun of me. And I'm like, I'm just talking here with my friends. And he starts calling me Rastafari, making fun of my braids, asking if I sell drugs and shit. And I was like, okay, you're a dumbass. I'm not going to acknowledge this. And then he kept doing it. And he was like, oh, can I buy some drugs, Rastafari? Can I buy some drugs, Rastafari? Rastafari, Rastafari, Rastafari. When he got in my face into the Rastafari, Rastafari, I fucking lost it. And I was like,
your ancestors are slave owners. You have blood on your hands. You don't own any of the shit that you have. You stole all the shit that you...
I just was like, literally. And he got sad. He started crying. And I was just like, my friend, who I don't talk to anymore, and actually, that's a longer story. It's not because of this reason, but he was like, wow, why are you so mean, Nicole? And I was just like, how was I being mean? I was sharing my truth, like, and yeah, that's something for you to be sad about. Like, you murdered and stole my ancestors and brought them here. And you, like, murdered other people. Your ancestors murdered other people. Like, yes, please cry about that. Like, you have to cry about that. The end. And then it just, I'm sorry if the mic is muffled. Like, I don't fucking know how to do this. But let me not talk down on myself. I'm just learning. I'm learning how to not muffle the mic as I talk. But yeah, like, I don't feel bad because I've had to have learning moments too where I've cried. I'm not perfect. You know, like, I know I'm Mrs. Woke 2019. No, I'm not. But you know, I'm like more politically, spiritually conscious. I don't know everything, but I've learned a lot over the last couple of years, but I was not always like this. I grew up until high school being Baptist Christian, but I didn't question anything that I was being taught. I went to church every Sunday, and yeah, I just believed that God, Jesus Christ, the Lord Savior Jesus Christ, He was the one and only way to find peace and happiness. And I was having a conversation with my high school friends, and I said this, and I said, "If what do you have to live for if you don't have God?" And of course, people got offended, and they were like, sis, I don't believe in a God, but I have a lot to live for, like my family, my friends, my dog, the sun, the rainbows." And I remember being so upset and like trying to argue with them, and they were they were still my friends after. They were really peaceful, and I think they just felt really bad for me because they realized, oh shit, like we busted Nicole's bubble open. Like she had no idea that you could live without a God, without a Jesus in your life. Shout out to young Nicole. But yeah, I was like trying to argue with them, and then my arguments weren't making sense, and then I just realized I had been brainwashed, and I couldn't say anything back because what the fuck I was saying didn't make sense. So I just got flustered and I walked away. And so, even though I got really upset that day, I took that moment as a learning opportunity, and then I started doing my own research, like who wrote the Bible? Like, let me read. I had never read the Bible before, but like I knew that I was a Christian. Like, how can I know that I'm something if I'd never read it before? And then I started reading the text, and I was like, oh shit, like this actually does not align with me. And then for a few years, I was agnostic. Now, like, absolutely believe in a higher power and spirituality, not in the same way. But, anyways, like, that moment of tears and frustration for me was a learning opportunity. And so, yeah, I don't feel bad when white tears happen. It's just like, yes, we cry about this. You should cry about this. Like, this is a really sad thing that happened in the history of the world. Like, we can cry about this shit. And so, yeah. Final takeaways. Maybe I'll do a summary at the end of every video. I'm in the asshole of my life, or in an asshole moment of my life. There will be others, and I have been through other asshole moments, and I'll get through it. And we're learning the lessons. We're transforming this energy. We're being creative. I will get through this, and you will get through this too. If you're in an asshole portion of your life, I see you, and we're gonna get through this. And also, the other point is cry about oppression. I don't please cry, white people. Y'all need to cry. Like, this is sad, and it's okay to cry about. And you're not a bad person. You know, you you didn't choose to inherit like all this oppression, right? Like, you didn't choose this, but like, where are you gonna go from here? You do have a choice about how you go from here. Like, so cry about it. This shit is fucking sad. Like, we're human beings. All right? Okay. Good night. Okay. Good night.